We had a lot of people to the show. We had a lot of guests, and we are you know, with all that, But I'm proud. I'm glad, that we've been through the rough part of this pandemic, and we came out clean. I came out good. Every time I took the test or whatever was negative, and I'm gonna continue to, come out on a good side of it. And I'm happy about that, and I'm glad to see that a lot of us people that I know has came out and been the same. They here, they're alive, and they well, and they everything is all good. But we was a little late tonight, and had some technical things, but we straightened it out, and we had to get on the air because we had a dynamic young man out of South Jamaica, man. And this young man, he works out of South. We call it 40 Projects, but it's South Jamaica.
South Jamaica housing.
South Jamaica housing, and he does a lot of dynamic things for the kids. And every time I see this brother on Facebook Live or when I come to the neighborhood, he always got something doing with the kids. It's the Christmas drive, the coat drive he had.
We got the Christmas, the cold drive,
Thanksgiving. He's
always for the elderlies. And
he always out there doing stuff for the neighborhood. I call him the mayor of 40 Projects. Here it is, Larry Washington. Welcome to the show, Larry.
Well, Milt, thank you first. Iconic, coach from Southside. He saw me grow. And I'm just happy for him where you're at right now. I like that you put a spotlight to where you from. And I'm proud to even though your Uncle Milt, you can give him that because he's always been behind me, and I'm just, first of all, I can give you, like, I'm so Southside, like, you don't even just put to South Jamaica housing, because I stretch all the way across. I went to all of the major bad schools or whatever you want to say, and I grew up there. So when you dealing with what you've been in, it's only right for me to put my heart in it because I know what it is. And South Jamaica they need more people to be standing up because they always, especially when it comes to sports. Like Milt, and I don't even want, I don't know, I don't want to take, because I'll blab out, but when it comes to the sports of it, I recognize that you always got to come and get a part of me. You got to come and get a Southside nigga. You know what I mean? Or you got to get a Southside hood dude before you want to go uptown. You want to do this. So what I want to do is make sure that I keep all of that in one. Because if we can get it, like me and you coming upstairs, you was talking about the sports program. Yeah. They always come to South Jamaica and get the ballers, get the Rafers, and you can get the Thomas Spans. You know what I mean? You can get who else is really know Tony Davis and those type of dudes. They would come and get them from our area, and then they would take them over to Corona. If you want to go to Merrick, you want to go across there. But South Jamaica always gets them hot kids. Like them kids, you can put them. We the mixture between when they say Brooklyn and Queens is cousins. Like that's the part they talking about. You know what I mean? Because we filter to each other and we've been through it. And then you growing up, you know how South Jamaica was angled and more. So me putting back myself, being a mentor. One of the things that I do. First of all, I'm the president of BTG, which is Bridging the Gap. Queens, in this is a charitable program that what we cater to is SOS saving our seniors. That's one thing. And then between the youth and then the 18 to 25 group, making sure that we can cater them, giving them programs. 18 to 25 they not looking at that. Listen, send me to OSHA. Send me to OSHA for 30, and then what's the name? You got to send them back, and then the kids of today, you send them back for that 10, but when you really needed the 40 anyway.
Okay.
So the government hits you with the trick.
Yeah.
Listen, we're going to give you free 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? We ain't going to give you that 10 because, you know, you got to pay for that. So I'm on a program on, like, listen, I got to get you a job.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you started because the 18 and 25 of today, they don't want to hear that, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to do this, come out here, I'm going to talk to you a little bit. When you're talking to these kids, you got to show them, you know, the path. They need a little bit more guidance, Milt.
So you talking about the older kids from
the 18 and 25 group.
Okay.
They not on that. Like, you know, I could say I listened. You know what I mean? I had somebody like you, or OG, or somebody that was like...
The ones today is different, bro.
They different.
Now when I was coming up.
And you got to update with that. Yeah. Like even, what's your DJ right here?
No. He's my partner, Joe.
Your partner, Joe. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how old you are, but Joe look like, you know, I'm 42 mix.
Okay.
So when I look at you, I know your YG stage, y'all look at us like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, well, y'all talking this, but y'all never do nothing for us. So I'm on a
so
different type of
that's the mindset of the 18 to 25.
Yes, definitely.
You saying.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because you can't tell how, and I'll let you get the dialect that we wanted to talk about, but going off because what I realized that my group failed them. They my group, sometimes we sit out there at the 42 count. Yeah. We talk about them. We done turned our backs on them, and then we want to smoke and we want to drink with them, and then you want to chastise them.
But I commend you. No, serious, because when I met you, I lived in 40. I live in Southeast, and we met. And we was talking about opening up a football organization, right?
My brother Melvin.
Yeah, so we talked about, you say you coach, and I first met you coach, and we talked about what you do, you know, in the neighborhood and things. But, you know, the thing is this, I don't want to give up on them.
No.
But it's those kids, I can't say young men that you talked about, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to get in trouble about this, but this is real. They come from single parent homes.
Yes, sir.
Number one, and they raised by women.
Yes.
So it was an article.
Let me help you out with that.
It was an article.
So you mean you don't both get in trouble?
Yeah.
We're not talking about the woman, but the woman that was neglected from the man, the foundation that has been taken from.
Let me explain. Let me explain that, because a woman called me up one time. You blaming the women. I'm not blaming the women, because check this out. His father was raised by a single parent.
Yes.
His mother.
Yes. I was.
And see, it's a different era when I was coming on. The mother had less to do. Like my mother, she had the telephone and the TV, right? So she had more time to put into us.
True.
Even though I knew my dad, but he didn't raise me. But what the time my mother put into me, you know, it was morals, the right and wrong way to do, and really how to take care of women. It was some things she left out. Because, you know, some women not always honest. She's a woman. She's not going to tell you, so you can look at it in a different way. So I got it when I'm adult. I have to learn some things when I'm adult. But the male that's being raised by single women today is that the woman has so much. They got Facebook, Twitter. They got 800 channels on TV. They this, they that, and what they do. They don't separate their personal life to their kids. Their kids is the kids is witnessing the stuff going on, and whatever they going on in their life.
That's their homies. They chilling with.
Yeah,
them.
they chilling with them, and now when they get to a point, I can't take care of this kid. You got to get him.
Yeah,
you got to get him out of here. You got to, and I don't want to blame. I don't want to like sit here and say they did wrong. I just telling you where the defects happen.
Yeah,
because you're raised by these men that you decide to have a family with. They don't know how to take care and the responsibility of being responsible. That's your thing. You did that. So it ain't gonna be okay. I ain't with you no more, but this is my responsibility, regardless. And the men that you talk today, they're not understanding their responsibility because they don't want to hear it. True. They let's be honest. They don't want to hear.
That they don't want to hear it,
yeah.
Or is it that the world? I don't think that we hold them accountability to hearing it. Like, because the women, like you said, that's growing. And remember, a woman's a nurturer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when her boy or her child comes to her, their first thing is catering to the nurturing part of it. Now, you get some down by law moms like out there, like my mom's was, and she was giving me, but she couldn't give me what my father would give me.
No woman can give you that.
But being a 78 baby, my mom's was going through the drug game. She was raised in the streets. You know what I mean? We went through welfare. We went through hard times. The child, the girl, the woman that's growing up of today, they got young grandmothers. So they don't even get the responsibility of learning how to fold clothes, going to the laundromat on the regular. Everything is Uber Eats. They don't know how to cook up a meal. Going to the supermarket, doing the value things that keeps the family together. But then they have to be the men in the house. So they got to try to do it. They got to try to handle their business with feeding and giving to the kids in the house and making sure they paying the bills.
We see it at youth sports. Like, this is why I like to deal with the younger kids. We got to get them before they get poisoned. You know what I'm saying? So let me stop. Let me take that back. Poison. Before he get messed up.
No, I'm saying, but you speak in real terms.
But the thing is this. What I do, because I've talked to, even where I live right now, I live up the block, I live in Queensbridge, so I talk to people in there and I tell them, what do you want to do, young man? You want to change your life? You have to change your life. You can't. If you don't want to hear what nobody got to say, then move away somewhere they ain't gonna know you. But when somebody says something to you because they care, and I get that straight from them, because I'm going to say something you may not like, but I'm going to give you the map to get where you want to go, and then the rest is on you. You got to make that step, and that's all I say to them. So I'm not preaching to them. I see like, yo, what are you going to do? I want to do this. Well, go down here, blah blah blah, and then you come out and you see them in the same corner.
But check it. That's the new thing, though. See, you could have came and told me that, Mill. You know what I mean? I'm going to go do it the next day. The kids of today is baby down. It's more like this is what, and I want to do it. You know what I mean? Because when you see you have to change, you have to change with the times. And one of the things with the times, these kids that's walking around, these boys and these girls that's walking around, they so babied out. The responsibility mode, you have to basically,
and they got an excuse for everything.
You got to take them to the jobs. You got to do, and look.
If you're doing that,
yo, listen.
If you're doing that, Mr. Washington, you an angel.
Yo, listen. Right now, not to be on no funny. Like I'm lining up with trying to get with jobs that I know I could put kids in. I call Home Depot. I'm like, yo, listen, my connecting Home Depot. Listen, I need you to at least give me 3 kids from South Jamaica that I can say, listen, if they come up here to Home Depot, they going.
So what do you do to prepare them to stay at the job? It ain't just getting them the job. What did your organization do before? Because they gotta be trained on how to conduct themselves at a job.
Let me tell you, myself, Milt, that's where I just become me. I'm like, listen, I'm not putting you in this position for you to make us both look bad. And then my thing is like, I'm not going to give up on them after that. Listen, you need a shirt, you need a tie, you need what's the interview. And then I do like a caller. Once I know you hired, I'm calling you up like, what's going on?
Because it's like an organization that I'm going to get you the guy number. He is 100 suits.
I know him.
You know that brother?
I know him.
He gives suits. He gives,
I've dealt with people. I know how people are rolling.
He's another Jamaican guy from Jamaica.
He knows me. He like what's his name, Larry Washington. I dealt with him. Faith, I'm a part of Faith. I deal with Kings of Kings. I'm first of all, I open up to everybody, but everybody has different things that they do. I know what I cater to, and one of those is like everything. You can't map it out and tell a child like, you know what I mean, I got a young boy and I just want to cater to mentoring you and telling you, okay, you can do this and this is how you. How I'm going to show you that. I need to show you every day on the discipline of helping your mother, helping your siblings, being in a household, being a foundation. See, the boys of today don't know what that foundation is because they're giving it to the women. The women are in the house, they're working more than us, they're doing more than us. And if a boy is seeing his mother in the house doing the working and the boyfriend is getting to sit in the house and put his pants in his pants, what you think that role play is gonna be? Me and you saw my daddy working on the game. That's how my father was rolling, even if it was hustling or it was a job. My mom's knew at 4 or 5 o'clock or whatever. By the time Dad get home, house need to be clean. The kids' homework and all of that is probably done. And you know what? She probably got you a good meal. Not probably. She got that meal. Right.
I mean,
you know what I mean. So
that's how we came up with it.
Now look at the change. You got dudes getting on Channel 5 saying, I love babysitting. You got testosterone, young man. You supposed to be not estrogen sits. Testosterone's supposed to be popping. You know what I mean? And that's what they do to the men today. And not to like if you're listening to what I'm saying is the ethnics, how can you have kahunas and you wear pants tighter than anything? Me and you was taught that, listen, we need air down there. We need to breathe. The boys of today is trying to see if they can get more tighter than what the girls is. So where we going with it? But that's being taught. That's being taught and that's being allowed.
I just commend you. If you could, if you listen, I'm gonna tell you what. We need some interns around here. I need I'll take one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you what I need. I need him to be computer savvy. Savvy. I mean, we could teach him.
All right.
But I need to be reliable and computer savvy.
No problem.
And he can come here.
Being able and I would say we got to get him there because this was a $40 cab out here. Y'all going to do some transportation thing?
You ain't take the train?
Man, I'm not. Oh, man. But don't worry about that. I know how we can get to that Metro card, though. This show is coming into the point that we're going to be getting financial. You know how it is nonprofit. No, I'm here for you regardless.
I'm here for you too. We here for
sir.
each other, and I'm going to do like when you do your events because we want. I want to do a workout day.
Okay.
Somewhere in the spring, so we get all the kids out to work out. That's another thing.
Okay.
Work out. We put some apples and oranges together, and water, and have the kids come out and work out.
Now that you say that, right? Let's get right to it because I'm working right now with Community Affairs, the youth group, and what we trying to do, like as soon as we go into the summer, I want to do the tournaments. We'll be doing a lot of clinics. We want to do some mentoring that we come out there, talk to them, see where their minds at. We want their engagement because I need to know from the youth on how we can even start to engage with the police department in better ways. Yeah,
you can bring them. You can bring them out there. They sponsor some stuff. I can look in it for you. They sponsor some stuff that they'll come out. Yes, they come out.
Listen.
Your slot in the 103 will come out, and they'll come out with the kids and things like that. And I'll come out with my sports desk. Our new sports desk is gonna come out. We work out with the kids. We probably can get some nicer help.
Yeah. This is what I'm telling you. Okay, when you say I'm not the mayor, I ain't even knowing that.
No, you're the mayor of.
I didn't shift it. I deal with the NCO program. I deal with community affairs with Sergeant Faison, Barrett's.
Plus, you're still in the school.
Yeah, I'm still in the school.
You're still in the school. You're doing your thing.
What I do is Sector David, NYCHA, I'm dealing with now. We have a problem with the communication between the NYCHA officers, and I'm trying to get better with that because there's a political thing that's going on.
I heard they give you resources.
They do.
You do with the kids. You do with the kids. They give you some resources.
The resources supposed to already be there. Yeah. But they want you to beg. They want you to beg for the resources.
No, you don't beg. You beg on paper.
No, and I did that.
That's it. If your organization is legit, paperwork and everything, you beg on paper.
But NYCHA, you got to think about it. NYCHA police and regular 103rd is
no. I'm talking about no. I'm talking about they have funds for the tenants. Mm-hmm. They invest in the tenants with the kids and stuff like they do. They got a program in Queensbridge. They got a program in Ravenwood. Mm-hmm. They got a program in Astoria and Woodside.
Now, before you left, you remember that we had there was a I don't want to put no names out, but you remember who our president was for South?
Yeah, I talked to him one time. I talked to him one time.
The Latino.
Yeah. I met that brother.
So let me just. I don't want to put the script out there.
I know you talk. We talk cold. We talk cold.
Yeah. When you focus, you see how you said what Queensbridge and all of them is doing. Mm-hmm. I'm on that type of time, Mil. Yeah. Yeah. But when you get a person that
the president got to ask for it.
He got to ask for it.
The president got it. The president. The housing coordinator, what do they call it? The coordinator or the president of the housing, the tenants or whatever, he got to ask for it.
Yes, sir. And my thing is,
we got a tight one over here. Where we at? She
Woodside.
She came to me and said, "Yo, listen, we want to do blah blah blah. I can get you funded." I said, "What?"
And that's the type of time. Even with BTG, what we do, you would think that BTG is what we wanted to do is be, help out with Knights Tenants Association, but you got to focus on it. If I got 2,000 units and I got 2,000 people that's in NYC, I need to get 2,000 people down with me before I start talking politics.
Well, I mean, it works through the kids.
Yeah.
No, listen, it works through the kids. That's how you do it. You work it through the kids, bro. Mm-hmm. So you start. You got these sports programs: youth football, youth basketball, youth baseball.
Yes.
Youth track.
Yes.
Youth track. You know what I'm saying?
Soccer.
Whatever. It floats, whatever. And you get them engaged. Get your name out there, things like that. You already good already. But, you get your name out there and
But Milt is also dealing with your partners.
Well,
see, when you doing things like I could deal with you, Milt, but because you feel the source of the streets and what's needed.
Yeah.
When a person comes into guiding and they're already on the strength of politics and they're thinking politics, it messes up. You know what I mean?
But it's a marriage. I mean, you getting people that's going to be with your organization is a marriage. They gotta be. First of all, they gotta be on the same page as you.
Yes, sir.
And we have to have a goal. And regardless, you gotta stay the course.
Yes, sir.
Because the main thing that you get is people gets discouraged.
Yes.
And everybody has their own life. So what I like to do when I'm doing something, it's like give people jobs. Find out what they're good at, and that's your job. And first find out what you need. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, writers, communicators, organizers, people that give out the flyers, people that organize the event, people that move the stuff, people that they have a job. So we all come together. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? And then you stick to what you do good. And it all comes together. You know what I'm saying? But the pyramid. Yes, you have a good area over there.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
This is one of the reasons.
And you're down. And you're down there, downtown Jamaica. You're right there.
Yeah.
Your college is over there. Man, you sitting on the holy ground, brother. Suicide. You just gotta have to put it together.
This is why
and you see they build it.
I love you for saying that, because everybody be telling me like, yo, listen, I want you to travel over here what's that? Laurelton. They want me to go over there. They want me to do all of this, but. Yo, you know how they say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere?
Yeah.
If you can make it in South Suicide, you can make it anywhere.
You call it what, South Suicide?
You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm from, growing up there.
That area is changed. You see they building?
Yeah.
You can get funded for every building. You get funded. If you had your paperwork right, you could present it to every developer in that neighborhood to get a check.
And listen,
and they'll give it to you.
Look, but you can't even put that out, Mill.
Why?
Because when you get people that with the paperwork game, and you got your paperwork and all that together, if you ain't down with the get down or you ain't a part of the circle, what happens then? Oh, I'm not gonna fund you because I'ma still give that money over here to these people over here that really ain't doing. This is what goes down now. Listen, Mel, I started, my mother died in 2008, right? So 2008, pardon me, y'all, I don't know what type of show, but everybody know I'm LA, you know what I mean? I used to be in the streets, you know what I mean? Both sides of the tracks, you know what I mean? My family, blood, Crip, whatever you want to call it. Like, I got all of that in me. Like, I'm a foundational person.
Okay.
I shifted in the streets.
You originally from LA?
No. LA live.
I mean, West Coast.
Nah. But I'm from Southside,
okay,
but they called me LA growing up, or it was Nemesis and stuff like that. But these are my street names.
Okay.
So when growing up, it was a difference to what I did. I used to take my own drug money and put it back on what we needed in the parks and doing all of that.
Yeah.
Councilmen and people saw me doing this for several years. You know what they did? Listen, you got to get your paperwork together. But then I found out, right? You could have did the paperwork for me. You could have helped me out and said, listen, let me write that off just like you did everybody else. Yeah. But you wanted to put me through the preliminaries. Yeah. But you know what? When you needed a photo op, you needed a moment, you come and get me.
You come and get you. Yeah.
But when I'm just telling you that, yo, I need you and we need to do this and we need to do this for the community. Hey, all right, lad, we're gonna do that. No problem.
You know what? When we don't do, like Malcolm said, each one teach one. Sometimes we be having that. Like, I don't want you to get ahead of me. I don't want you to get better than me. I don't want you to get a form. Why? If I teach you, it weakens me. And you know, it happens with us every day with that. And we really need to cut that out, because if you in your own lane, right? If you are in South Jamaica, you in your own lane, right? I'm over here. I'm in my own lane.
Yeah.
You know, and other people in their own lane. You know what? You know what our objective is altogether? It's kids.
Yeah.
And it's straight, and it's really uplifting our people.
But let me ask you something, before you even go, because I like that level.
Yeah.
But you ain't got all of them type of people.
Well, you
got the people that's in it for that cash, because they feel the government, each one of them kids is a certain number of money that you can get. So when you in there, sometimes you get greedy.
Yeah.
So now it becomes, this is just a business. The heart is gone. You know what I mean? I don't care about that as long as I'm getting a check.
It's who you. It still goes down to who you with, who you do this with. We get ready to come up to the break, and in a couple of seconds, and we will be back with Larry Washington, and we're gonna talk about a little more about building some programs and getting some programs there in South Jamaica. All right, we get ready to come up to a break. It's the NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show, and we'll be right back.
NY.
A community fundraiser. Each of us helps one of us. Think of a community hit with an epidemic that created financial devastation, massive unemployment, housing problems, and food shortages. To help the community to weather the tough times ahead, we must pull our resources together and create a cycle of funding. A one-time resource is Help Required. Each of us helps one of us with this continuously cycle of support. We'll relieve the burden off of you, the individual, with the help from the community. To join our community, email us at eachofushelpsOneofus@gmail.com. Leave your name and date of birth, and we'll send you the instruction video.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation, what you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot, $10 per show, or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. We back with Larry Washington, the mayor of Southeast Housing. I'll call him the mayor. Hey, listen, he has 2 programs, and I'm gonna tell him to explain the both programs that he has, and we're gonna talk length about it. So, Mr. Washington, tell me about the programs you have running out of.
BTG is basically a non-for-profit.
Okay.
Under that, what we try to do is put programs and put community activities together for the youth and the seniors in South Jamaica housing.
Okay.
We also stretch out to Sector David and Charlie, which is through Guy Brewer and Sufton, for the things that we do in the community between the giveaways, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Turkey, Mother's Day, Easter. We do all of the holidays.
So the Sector Charlie, you go somewhere else out?
Yeah, no. Sector Charlie is meaning like I don't just stay rooted to the projects, like because I'm a Southside kid.
Okay.
So it's like, you know what I mean. I can go anywhere. You know what I mean? I went to school with the best of them, so and I stretch it like that, and I use that to my advantage, you know, because listen, South Jamaica, but you know what I mean. If you from Queens, you from Queens. If you're
so is it you go to other neighborhoods too?
Yeah,
with your,
because I got friends in other neighborhoods, and when you know growing up with me, when I went to school, I was from Shima on down. You know what I mean? I didn't went to all of them. I went all the way up to Manhattan, where it's called PS1.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. So
you went on 50th Street.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I graduated from that school,
so that's how deep it goes with me. When my mom's just running through the welfare system.
I call that jail school.
See what I'm saying? So
I was on 50th Street off of 8th and 9th Avenue.
And I think that's like that's where I first found out about the firecrackers and all that. I was walking that strip.
From there, I didn't graduate from there.
I had to get out of there.
From there, I did my 11th and 12th grade. I just like, nah, I can't take this, man.
And that listen, but
Queens people was getting no prep.
Yeah, they. I always got.
It was
that.
Brooklyn and Manhattan, man. Queens people was getting no wreck, man.
What we try to when you use the bridge and the gap, it's 2 communities that we created at once. And you live there, so if you got 106 to 108, right? That's always been a different entity, and then you got 108 to 110, Goonie Land. So it's like they always been separated, but you know, when you get down to the get down, all of these people know each other.
Okay,
they grew up with each other, but in the underline, I don't like this family, I don't like that family, and you know how I go with the strip. So my mission is really to bring them 2 communities back to being one. Okay, and if you can get both of them back to being one. Then you get on the political. Because you get on the political.
You mostly deal with the older people, the older kids, man.
No, I got the young kids.
I mean, like
all the way down to him.
Okay.
My son is like, you know what I mean. I got him. I had my daughter doing baseball, so I take them in all groups. Okay. And you remember PS48? You know what I mean. My Wildcats. That's elementary. Yeah. So I'm getting kids coming in at the third grade. All the way up, so
cause you coach basketball too in that school.
Yeah, and I do flag. I do baseball. I did all the way up to soccer. I took over with the soccer because the change of the demographics and the people that are coming in to the area. So what you got to do, Milt, we got to update with them. Yeah. And most of the time when I get a West Indian or you got Latinos, they like, then you got Bangladesh and all of them coming in now. So I'm like, you know what? If I got them kids in the community, we're about to bring cricket. Yeah. It ain't about no money from me. Yeah. It's about if you can bring the community together and you can even let's get real. Yeah. Bangladesh and a lot of other nationalities are running what's going on in our areas, and that's another political that I can give it to y'all, but y'all know what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? So my thing is like, why not cater to it? If they doing it and they already, you know, they want to everybody wants the pharaoh, the African American, and wants to be in whatever you want to call it. They always want to be us, and we should know the kings and the queens that we are. But if they want to be down with the get down, we got to learn how to meet them in the middle. You know what I mean? Because I'm not on the racist tip.
So let's talk about the kid show. Let's not the kid.
South Jamaica,
yeah, because that's something I can help you with. Like, you know, because you got basketball, you got flag, you tackle football. You know what I'm saying? That's something I can help you with.
Jamaica. That's South Jamaica Advance.
South Jamaica Advance, and just like I said, I'm gonna find some information for you. You know, for Nisha, who to talk
now,
to.
Listen,
with that.
South Jamaica Advance is we try to do a lot of applications, life applications with them.
That?
So you got meaning that you got to come and learn financial literacy. You got to learn more about money. You got to learn about
real estate.
What for kids? My son, what's his name, automatic. I'm trying to teach him coding as soon as he get to 6 and 7, because we already get the stereotype. You can't do it. But if you go to Queens Boulevard, they already got kids doing coding now.
Yeah, but not to talk you down or out of it. Not to talk you. Hold on, I got a call coming in. Good afternoon, NYCU Sports. Who's this? Hello.
From Coach Mike.
Yeah, call the show. Call the podcast show. Yeah, Ma, what's up? I just saw your name. It's my mama.
Hi, mama.
How you doing?
I was just curious to know, are some of these coaches, do you know, are qualified?
You looking at the last week's show, Ma? That's the last week's show. We live on the air. Ma, we live on the air with another show. We talking to a brother that's a community guy. He does some community work. Good brother named Larry Washington.
And I am a qualified.
Is he a coach?
Yeah, he's a coach, and he does community work with the kids and the elderly in South Jamaica housing.
And I actually went to study with a couple of coaches. I do elementary. I do all the way up to junior high school. That I have coached. I've been doing this for about 2008. I got about 20 some years in with doing it. A part of it in that coaching is the mentoring that I do. I'm a great motivator at what I do, and I do have a winning streak. I got one of the best elementary schools, PS48, that has won we got, I think, 6 championships. I got several floating championships that we have had in the boroughs. I'm not a college coach and all of that yet, but those are different, qualifications that they need for that. But being a ground base in the community, I have earned my status as a coach.
Yeah, he does a lot of events in the community for kids and elderly people and regular people in the community. You have a question, Mark?
Yeah, that sounds real good. But what I really wanted to know is,
you mean
of those coaches
last week's show
qualified to be coaches? Because I heard you had said that you was concerned about them being about themselves, and our youngsters really, they need more attention, even though if their parents don't know anything about what they're doing. The coaches should be more, as a parent too, to be more concerned about these young people. And I know one time you had said, it was said that a female should be in the football. And I want to hear some more impact on that, because I don't think a female should be part of being in a football playing because of certain delicacy about her. So I would like to get more people that will give some kind of feedback on that also. But what I'm saying is that the coaches, instead of them being about themselves, be about being professional and trying to enhance and motivate these young people, because they are playing a hard role.
You're right.
Being out, you know what I'm saying? So That's what
And Mama, that's a part of what I do. Because I'm not that other coach, like the coach that's looking to, get the price tag off of your child. You know what I mean? I'm the one that after I teach them before they go into sport that they need to have some type of careers, jobs. Think on the other side of it, because what if you get injured today or tomorrow? The New York kid is already has a stereotype that we got big heads and we don't know this, we don't know that. So I try to teach them to get straight to their education, and if they don't get nothing out of it, they need to make sure that they got their education just for life.
Well, the last week's show was about the social media dilemma, that we are so tied up in social media. It's about us. It's about me. It's about watch me coach. It's about watch me coach. Is what we do with the kids. Some of us as coaching have lost their way on what youth coaching is about. And I'm not talking about high school. I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about youth coaches, kids. What it's about. And the main thing that we must get the kid to understand is that we teach this game do life blocks, building blocks. You know what I'm saying? That we teach you, and you're accountable for it, and your responsibility is this, and hard work, and keep working hard, and then soon you're gonna have passion that you can give effort to what you're doing, and that's life building skills. But I got a question for you.
There's a certain saying that it teach, experiences of the teacher. And why I asked about the qualifications. Coaches, when they ever played football, who taught them how would they know how these kids, how these young people would feel on that field? Experience is the best teacher. I think if you're a football player or was one, you'd be a better coach.
I disagree with that. The deal is not you as a player. You have to go and get knowledge and go. They have clinics and get better on because you have to talk a kid into blocking and tackling. And we talking about football. You have to talk a kid into making jump shots, playing defense, moving.
It's called motivation.
You have to talk a kid into it. So you have to learn how to coach do talking. Mm-hmm. You have to learn how to coach do motivating. You know what I'm saying?
But I like to hear more feedback from you.
But with that topic we're gonna
that there's a lot of questions.
Well, I got a question for you, Mom, while you're on the phone. That topic we're gonna get into later. But tonight, me and Mr. Washington was talking about how these mothers today don't have time, don't put the proper time into their kids. And I remember when I was telling Mr. Washington that when I was growing up, my mother had the entertainment was the telephone, the TV, and her record player. You know what I'm saying? And then she put time into us. She used to talk to us, tell us how to do this, give us chores, teach us things, right? And we was talking about that today's mother have so many things that they're interested in do, but they don't have time to put into their kids. Some of them. And how do you feel about that?
Well, I feel that it all depends on the responsibility, raising children on your own, or having a husband, or the daddy to be around the children. I think the men are very important in a child's life. But if a woman has to raise a child by herself, then she has to be a mother. She has to know her responsibilities, regardless of what she's going through. She has to know and exercise as a mother and dad to the children. Sometimes it's not easy. And as you know how I brought your life, your did was your way to as you got older. But what I'm saying is that as far as the games of the parent or helping these young people be motivated to become professional football players or whatever, I think it's a long path. It's a long job. It's a serious job. I was playing football. I mean, I'm just saying if the person was qualified, or if he's not qualified, or if he just, like you said, you don't agree with me. But I just still feel that you have to experience with those people. If you experience being out there on the field, you'll know how that young person feels. You'll know how they feel, and you can kind of talk around that, ask them questions, how they feel about, being out there and getting hurt or winning a game or being optimistic to really get out there. But to make a long story short, I would love to hear a lot of feedback on your show of this conversation and other things, as far as the woman or young lady being a football player. I heard one time on your show you were talking about young women, young people being young females or ladies or whatever being a part playing the football, and I don't agree with that at all. So I like to get a lot of feedback on that.
And Mama, I had this conversation, right? I was talking to my wife, right, and it gets delicate when you get to talking about it, because as a man, I feel that certain sports, like in activities and things, why can't we just have them for ourselves? Like, I don't
understand what you mean about that.
Like, when I'm saying, like,
when you
football,
say ourselves.
Yeah, as men.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I understand and I respect the black woman. Yeah. I respect the woman. Yeah. But it's like certain sports, I'm like, man, y'all chose to come over to football? You know what I mean? Okay, you got baseball, y'all did the basketball, y'all did the golf, and why it has to be whatever you can do, I can do. Why can't it be what's name? Because certain sports that a female has, like me, myself, I don't think it's right on what they're about to do. How you going to have my daughter? My daughter's 17. She's in college. She's going to play basketball. Now you're going to tell me that I'm going to allow a transgender like you, they're gonna actually let
this is going again.
But am I lying though? This is happening. They're gonna let these what's the name? Remember Joanna Man?
Yeah.
So they want to let the Joanna Mans play with our daughters and be able to be competitive in their sport. That's not fair to the female.
Let me say this. Ma, hold on a second, because I know
I'm sorry. Did I go off the script?
You gonna get my mom to say some stuff. This is the deal. This is the deal with that, right? There's people in this world, want to be accepted.
Yes, sir.
Regardless who they are.
Yes, sir.
And they work hard for it to be accepted. Mm-hmm. There's some people. My view on it, and my view on it is that you are respected as a human being. That's number one.
True indeed.
Right. So, the person that my mother's referring to is a girl. She's 14 years old.
Okay.
And she's a hell of a football player.
Okay.
She's a hell of a football player. I'm not saying nothing about her. I'm not saying nothing about her skill set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying nothing about if she can play or she can't play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She can play.
I got some girl. I trained some girls.
I said I know that a woman's body is made up differently.
True indeed.
I'm talking about the physical. I'm talking about the physical makeup of a woman's body.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, some people would disagree with me, and they'll say, "No, I'm not talking about her per se that she couldn't."
I think they can do it, but I just think
at the youth level is different than high school.
Yes.
At the youth level is different. The quality of play in high school is more advanced than the youth level. Let's just be real about it. And I was just saying, like my mother was saying, about. So I was just saying that, and we got to move on from this topic.
Because, and I just want to say before we leave, I don't have nothing against nobody. What I am giving is an opinion.
I'm going to address that. I'm going to address that. And we're going to move on this topic. And my opinion was her going to high school because it's a different world, it's a different level, and it's a different thing up there. And in my opinion, I think was valid. Some people, just like I said, some people might take it and say I'm picking on her. No, I'm stopping her from going to. No, your agenda is to her to go or whatever. That's your agenda. Then I don't have an agenda. I just have an opinion. And my opinion is like, wait, we hit the brakes on it, which I think her father did, because she's going to be playing basketball, which was a good because.
You catch that concussion from football, like as a woman.
It's hitting too hard.
Yo, I'm me, and I know what boy Milk go deeper than that because
she played. No, the way she played.
She played. She want to win.
It. No, she brings it.
Yeah,
she brings it.
So she's gonna run into them.
I mean, stiff arms and knock up. And I'm like, you know how it is. You know how the coaches is up. They don't want to admit it, but the coaches up there is different. And let a player.
Let me ask you something. Where's she from? Is she from New York?
Yeah, she's from New York.
She's from New York. I had a couple of girls, like my flag team. Yeah. Not to be funny, I had girls getting right.
I'm not against women playing. I'm not against women playing sports. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to your point, is like. It's a kind of like, and I don't want people to say, "Oh, you just excluding women." No, it's it's some sports that is physical for men, and it's an all men sport. So what do you think? A woman can be getting beat up to her body like this? Not me.
True indeed.
Let's keep it real.
Let me say something. Your niece plays basketball. I used to go to every one of her games.
Yeah.
And I seen her. She was a doctor, whatever you call it. In the back, she like she was very tall. I seen her fall, and her head hit the ground. My heart went to my mouth. But when women charm women, it's much different than getting out there in a football.
That's my whole thing.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
My whole thing.
It's different. Because it's women playing with women.
Women are very delicate. No matter how hard they think they are, they want to be like equal. They are very delicate in their chest, in their body, and anything that if somebody hits them, they might not feel it right away.
That's you, Ralph.
They would feel it. So we have to take all into consideration. We're supposed to stay in a woman's place.
Oh,
I love you,
mommy.
I love you, man.
Mommy, you keep being that 100% mother, because I'm not even commenting on it, but I love you for that. I swear to you, because I know how I used to play as a defensive end, right? If I'm coming around on that tackle, right? And I'm catching you on the offside, or you coming up the gap as a linebacker, or I'm playing it in, and you don't think. You don't think, but because you want to hit.
But spot on. I'm with the women playing with the women and men playing with the women.
That's why I'm like, remember I said the part about the basketball.
But that right there is kind of like cheating for me. Even though, like like the cross gender. At bottom line, maybe they don't want to admit it. They're men. Bottom line, if because you think and you feel you like one, that's your prerogative. But you're a man. You got.
But don't do that to my kids in college. Don't do that to my daughter. That she has a fair chance of making it, and then you going.
It's getting to a point that. We all gotta say something about it, but if we say something about it, we exclude them, and we get to the point that, and that's not fair. Now we have an opinion. We have an opinion. I mean, and our opinion should be valid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And people shouldn't take. Some people shouldn't take offense to our opinion. Period. We have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And my opinion is like. Let the women play with the women and men play with the men, and that's it.
And it's only on opinion. But I do believe
you have
the women.
You have sports that is mostly that it ain't physical. You got sports.
We can do volleyball together.
You got mixed sports like that. There's no physicalness in it.
I think all of the other sports. Let me be real with you. All of the other sports, y'all can get busy.
Yeah.
Y'all can get busy. But I feel like football, I even sat to my baby, I said, baby, that's the last sport that y'all left us. Y'all gonna get down with that too?
All right, Ma, I gotta go. All right, so thank you, Ma. Thank you. Call anytime. Thank you. All right, thank you. Yeah. The call line is open. Our mom's open the call lines. 347-776-7070. That's 347-776-7070. We here talking to Mr. Washington and his program. We want to talk about your program with the kids. We want to talk about your program. He got his little son in the studio. Ralph, you here?
Ralph in the building.
Ralph, you in the building? Ralph in the building. I can't hear Ralph. I hear you. We got Larry Washington here. He has a program in Southeast Queens. You know, I call him the mayor of Southeast Queens housing. They call it 40 projects in Jamaica. He does a lot of programs with the kids, and he's an access to getting kids because he has a few sports programs that he do and he gets kids. And
I think, and I like when y'all say it about that, like it's the program part about it. See, y'all as parents, I want you to know when you bring your child to me, it's not only developed. They have to go through the education state of it before they even get like. But we go applications like sometimes when I was saying a life application. You got to go through learning if it's the math, or we doing reading, or we doing financial literacy, or we doing history, or whatever we doing. You have to pass that course before you get to play football, before you get to touch that basketball. Now we all do the I make sure that your kid gonna come home healthy. Yeah. But I think my thing is if you don't give them the knowledge, if you don't give them that power first. That kid ain't gonna make it in any sports. You gotta train some of these kids' minds just to get that oomph. Like you don't remember we was talking about being a coach. A great coach is a great motivator. If you can get if you can get your point guard
teacher too,
and a great teacher, and them kids they look when they don't have their parents, they look to us. Like I be Milt, I got hundreds of kids. I walk through South Jamaica. It's not one. Sometimes I'm seeing kids' parents that I didn't taught their parents, and now I'm seeing their kids. It gets to that point. So now I'm in a venture with the kids that you get kicked out the house. Oh, you peer pressure. All of a sudden, I seen you with a gun. Your parents don't know this. You in the street. You smoking weed. You doing that. See, I'm not the guy. I don't got no off time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the guy to walk past your child. Now, I know you, Milt, and I know that's your son, and I see your son doing wrong. Like, I'm out here 9, 10 o'clock. Nah, I'm walking up to your son, yo.
We talked about that. We talked about that last week.
I don't want to be that guy. Don't be fake. Because if you out here really doing it, listen, I'm not the one that goes and lives in Long Island. I live on this block with you. You know what I mean? I'm in these streets with you. I know what you go through, and I try like when they put me on my Martin Luther King thing. But
all right, what am I supposed to do? We get ready to go to the break. We're going to the break, the mid break, and we're gonna come back and close the show. We're gonna get back and touch on that youth program and see what we can do with that. And this is NYC Youth Sports, and we'll be back.
A community fundraiser. Each of us helps one of us. Think of a community hit with an epidemic that created financial devastation, massive unemployment, housing problems, and food shortages. To help the community to weather the tough times ahead, we must pull our resources together and create a cycle of funding. A one-time resource is Help Required. Each of us helps one of us with this continuously cycle of support. We'll relieve the burden off of you, the individual, with the help from the community. To join our community, email us at eachofushelpsoneofus@gmail.com. Leave your name and date of birth, and we'll send you the instruction video.
To create a perfect student athlete, you must enhance these attributes: mind, body, and soul. In other words, education, fitness, and nutrition must be a part of your life. And it starts right here at the New York City Youth Sports Initiative.
Here's 5 ways to support NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. 1. Push the subscribe button, like it, and leave a comment. 2. Donation. What you can. It will be appreciated. 3. Promote what you're doing or your kid's achievement in youth sports with our $10 on-the-screen ad spot. $10 per show or $30 a month. 4. Share this podcast show with others on social media. 5. Buy our show's apparel on Amazon.com. Thank you for your participation.
Let's talk about playing football.
Coming soon, New York's first youth sports football state championship, calling all surrounding cities: New York City, Long Island, Peekskill, Poughkeepsie, Albany, Binghamton, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. The best youth football teams in New York, ages 8 to 13, competing for a state title. For more information, email nystatechampionship@gmail.com. This championship is organized by New York for New York Youth Sports Organization, Championship Row Podcast, and NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show Incorporated.
NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. We're back with Larry Washington, and we're going to talk about this kid program you got. You know, what's the ages of the kids?
The ages of the kid goes all the way up to my oldest is maybe 18.
18? From what? From 18 to what? What was the lowest?
We start at 6.
6 years to 18 years old?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And the sports program, because you got basketball, soccer, baseball. You know.
See, everything is what we try to do with our coaches. Yeah. We focus on basketball.
Mostly basketball.
Mostly basketball.
And you want to expand that?
I am expanding that.
Okay.
I have done that. Like I was saying, and I do it. I'm hyperactive. Like other people are, they talkers. Mm-hmm. When you tell me that I want football, I'm going to do it. I don't need you to give me your money. Okay. I go on my own money. I got 3. I got 3 jobs. Yeah. So if I'm finna, I know how to fundraise. I don't need you to fundraise. So my thing is like, no, I do this myself. I can go to Amazon and order boxes of candy, which I did. So I need to get uniforms. See, pardon me for a minute. I don't kiss nobody ass. Yeah. And like I don't like the politics that tell you no. There's nobody coming over in my neighborhood doing baseball.
But hold on a second, Mr. Washington. The thing is this. I'm going to tell you that you have to align yourself, but stay independent. You understand? Yeah. You have to align yourself with the right people. With the right people. Mm-hmm. You just didn't get the right people, and people that comes your way. 90% of them is going to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You identify it and you move on. Correct. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing is not easy. It's admirable and it's a lot of hard work. So you don't got time to be with talking to someone that ain't with your situation, because Uncle Milt want to help. Yeah. Uncle Milt want to help, and I'm older than you. And I did things, so you got to each one teach one. Yes. I got to bring that wisdom down to you. So, you know, the youth thing, right, is different things that you can get help with. Correct. And you have to be open and ready to receive the help. What you've been getting is people leeching on and use it, and photo ops and all that. So that takes a lot of energy out of you. You know what I'm saying? The deal is that what's good, you know how to fundraise, which is great. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. And the end of the story, because you live in a low income neighborhood. So, but in order for people to respect what you're doing, it's got to be some type of monetary fund. I ain't talking about a lot, but when you ask for something, even a donation from the people who's involved, that makes them dedicated to what you're doing.
I learned because what I do with SJA, one is non-profit.
It's a respect.
One is non-profit and one is for-profit. I learned both aspects because I'm there now. You know what I mean? I'm there with getting in tune with Adrian Adams. Ruben Willis is running again. I got the politicians. I did the participatory budget that they're funding me. Erica,
all these guys can help you.
Ford, she's been helping me. I deal with the 103rd with the youth program because they're about to invest in me. So these are the things. What it was, like you said, there was people. You know, I was running in the walls, and I turn around when somebody tell me no. I'm like, really? But you just did this over here. Did the balance. Getting with the right people and building the right crew,
and that's the toughest thing to do.
But I finally did it.
Okay.
And it's more like getting like people like you, Mill, to be around me because
I'm gonna do some things with you.
Bro, you think what you said about that clinic stuff like that's
you know I want to do like I told you. No, I'm gonna do an exercise day.
Yeah.
It's a recruiting thing, but I'm gonna do an exercise day right in like there. You know, come out with my sports desk. You're gonna come out. Just like I said, kids gonna be doing exercise because that's what you gotta do. Kids gotta work out.
You got me like I get busy.
So you know we're gonna get out there. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna give some shirts out. We're gonna do some things. You know what I'm saying? So because we have a youth show and we want to promote the youth show also. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to get kids in some type of physical activity, no matter what, basketball, track, baseball, whatever, tackle football, flag football. That gives a kid a roundabout activities to do, to stay focused, to keep off the street.
That's my major thing.
Off the street. So,
when you said a few minutes ago, it's about what I want you to know, bro. Like every how many months is in baseball? About 4
at the youth level?
No. Any like the regular the youth level. How many months? About 3 months.
It starts off in it's really a summer thing. It starts off maybe in May and June. July, and it goes on. Yeah.
And by August they done, right? And then we flip over
youth baseball, right?
Okay, then we go into
the tournaments that's in the neighborhood. That's in August, September.
That's all I try to keep.
That's in like end of July, August, September.
See, and that's what I try to keep up with.
Yeah, that's
my thing is like if it's something. I don't just say okay, so I'm doing football. Yeah. If it's basketball season, I'm on basketball.
No, you good.
So it's I just try to I keep the flow of that.
Yeah, but you can work with different organizations and still you can work with different organizations.
That's where you coming in at with the stuff that we were talking about.
My organization is one thing. You got two football organizations.
I do. The coaches on the Rifles. I used to be. Those are my
so
my
you have
friends.
3. I wasn't counting them. You have 3.
The coaches for the Rifles used to be my line. See, I played defensive end. Yeah. So those were my linebackers and my quarterbacks. So I know them too.
The Rifles because they've been around.
I went to the Rifles, got kicked off of them, and then I started playing semi-pro football under Coach Green, Coach Al, and all of them. I played football in August Martin and stuff like that. So I took it from there, and then Coach Slade, she was one of the female coaches. That was dynamic to me. So,
so what we gonna do? I want you to take because we got to get ready to get out of here. I want you to take like a little 5 minutes and tell me about your organizations, how they can join and get in part of it and things like that.
Well, you can SJA South Jamaica Advance at gmail.com. You can reach us on BTG. BTG is also on BTG Bridging the Gap Queens Incorporated at gmail.com. We're also located on what's named Twitter. So if you need to get to us with that, I had to learn how to do my social media. On Bridging the Gap is also on Facebook, just as it sounds. South Jamaica Advance is also on Facebook, how it sounds. If you need to, my number, you can always call in and they'll give you my number, but it's 347-499-1571. My name is Larry Washington. I'm the president of BTG, and I'm also the co-founder and president of South Jamaica Advanced Recreation. So if you need to, just, get at us through Facebook. All social media has us, because I found out that's the way to get to everything. You got to be updated with all of that, and we are. And one thing about it, which you will get with me in general, is a heart-to-heart coach. I'm very much a motivator to the kids, and I'm the one, the coach that introduces education first.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks, man. Glad for having you.
Thank you, Mel.
Just like I said, we're gonna be doing some things, man.
Thank you, Millie Mel.
And you're gonna be back up and things like that. And I appreciate you coming, man.
Listen,
what's your son's name?
Oh, this is Isaiah.
What's up, Isaiah? Say hello. I say hello, Isaiah. What's up? Hey, man. All right, it's Isaiah. And things. So
say thanks, Mr.
Yeah,
Mel.
we glad to have you, man. All right.
Who we got on the 1 and 2? Thank you, bro.
That's Joe.
J.O.
Joe, producer Joe, man. All right.
I appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, man. Ralph, you there?
You.
All right, man. We want to get a little update with the state championship. We doing the state championship of youth football, and for the chip of New York City, New York State, not city. And we're putting together this tournament to crown the best youth football team in the state of New York. And we got the promoter, Ralph Draper. I don't know the promoter, Ralph Draper. He's the promoter of it, man. We following his leadership as far as these tournaments. He's very experienced doing it. And, we just doing our part to make this happen, And so what's up, Ralph? Ralph, you there?
Not much.
Nothing much?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so you got any updates on?
No, I'm really looking forward to this big man.
Okay, yeah. We can't not yet, but we targeting some upstate leagues that we're gonna be contacted in, and we had a few. We had a few, got back with us. Do you need more information?
Upstate is better than New York. Downstate.
Well, we trying to do something for the whole thing.
Upstate is,
Don't say that too loud, man. They're gonna come after you.
Am I lying, Dapper? Like, they train different. Like they like New Yorkers with the football. It's a difference. Like, even me myself, I was playing for the Panthers, right? And we went to Georgia. So we coming from New York, we thinking we think we badasses.
Yeah.
Man, you get up there, man, you got linemen that was, listen, I'm 6'2", I was weighing 245, playing strong safety.
And you?
And I was playing semi-pro. Forget that. These guys was coming off the linemen, 18 to 19-year-old kids that was in 20-year-olds. Yeah. They was pushing me all the way back 20 yards, not playing.
What was true is that some of our Caucasian coaches that's in football, they coach line.
Yeah,
they like it's supposed to be.
Yes,
it's line out. It's line out. That's the trenches.
Yes.
O-line, D-line. O-line is something that that's going to be our next week's show about the deterioration of the O-line. Saying the youth football, and
I gotta chime in.
I'm saying we gonna talk about that and stuff. But we contact some upstate or leagues. We're gonna give them the information. We probably got it mapped out upstate, but this is coming. And just like I said, tell them about the information that they can go to and put their information in.
All right, yeah. So we got the link up for. It's probably better for me to share it somewhere for them to see it than me trying to word it out.
Okay.
Because it's a long link. Basically, you click on the link, and you can just sign up. Basically, just to show that you're interested in it. You don't have to pay anything just to sign up, just so we know where to look at and who to look at this coming football season.
Just email us.
It's hard to say who the best is if you don't know you're playing.
Yeah.
The email is New York NY Where is it? Hold on. NY State Championship at gmail.com.
So you email us.
NY State at gmail.com.
That's NY State Championship at email at Gmail. NY State Championship at gmail.com. Hit us up. We get the link out to you with put your information and to check in and give us some feedback on it. But this is happening. We're gonna be coming out with daily, not daily, like monthly updates on where we at with this. There's something serious gonna happen. Yes. All right. Thanks a lot, brother.
No, thank you.
So we get ready to get out of here, man. And we want to thank Larry Washington for coming in. We was late today. So we was late coming on, but hey, things happen like that, and I think we got a good show out. So we're gonna be back next week. We're gonna have some guests in, and we're gonna be talking about the diminish of the O-line and youth sports and youth football, and we're gonna have some coaches coming in and talk about that. And we working on future shows on other sports, and soon, we got good news that it will be sports in New York City, not in the schools, but it will be sports in the park. It will be sports in the park, and we will be there with our new sports desk. We'll be on the basketball court, the football field, the baseball field, the track. We will be there covering it, bringing you highlights, bringing you stories and information. Due to the virus and what's going on with the health reasons, we are kind of like set back because it's nothing happening. So it's nothing to talk about. So it's not designed. We had a plan. And when the foreseen things happen, it happens. But we're gonna keep going on because we have built the last. We have built the last, and just like I said, we building it brick by brick. So Ralph, so just like I said, we're gonna be bringing you Championship Row. Until we get some information about spring ball. Spring ball is coming, so. Championship Row will be covering that, and we're going to be launching that show too. And soon we got some information about spring ball and other things that's happening as far as youth football is concerned. Okay, so we'll see you next week. 34 episodes in the can. I thank my mom for calling in. Larry Washington from Stepping In, telling us about his program. Ralph from D1 and producer Joe, and we out.